Hi there. So this session is about the elevator pitch. You've probably heard of elevator pitches in the past. People talk about them quite often as a succinct way of really clarifying the change that you're trying to make and trying to capture that in a way that's consistent across the team or the organisation. The idea isn't that it's a script or that you're controlling the way that people talk or think about the change that you're making, but just that we've got a consistent articulation of what it is we're doing, why, what stage we're at, and how other people can be involved. So in the tool that I'm talking about today, we tend to use a 4x4 grid to set those four questions out. Originally, the idea was an American one that an elevator pitch is a description of your current work or initiative that can be told to somebody in the time it takes to rise through a building in an elevator. I don't think we need to make sure that it's only a minute or something, but it should be as crisp and clear as you can make it with the change that you're creating. The four quadrants that I suggest that you use and that are in the toolbox as part of change creation are top left-hand corner is what are we doing. So that should be a really crisp, clear articulation of the change that you're making. You might want to limit yourself, 15 words. You might want to make sure that it's both crystal clear, inspiring and concrete. Like if you can manage those three things, then it's a winner. So it's not a longhand description. It's as crisp and clean as you can get it. And of course, outside of the elevator pitch, you've still got plenty of opportunity to talk about what a wider sense of that what. But in the elevator pitch, you want to keep that as tight as you can. I'd say 15, 20 words. Sounds like a good level. So once you've thought about what we're doing, the next bit to get clear is why we're doing it. You might use an opportunity threat matrix or something like that to clarify that why, a pestle, a SWOT, a market analysis. You might have reviewed your finances or looked at your strengths and decided, these are the reasons for change. But in that why, you want to make sure it's not too many things, maybe 4 or 5. Some of them have data in them, as well as some that are a little bit more abstract. And that balance, some of them are negative and some of them are positive. So you want some threats, some reasons that the status quo just isn't okay. You want some opportunities, some things that we're driving towards that will really make a difference. You also want a bit of data, so if your organisation costs 20% more than your nearest rival, or if your audience is decreasing by 5% a year, or the diversity of your audience is stuck at a very low level, talk about that data and make it really compelling by being specific. So why are we changing is the second area of the elevator pitch. The third area, the bottom left-hand corner, is what are we doing right now? So I've been telling, in my elevator pitch, I've kind of gone, this is what we're doing, this is why we're doing it. Right now, we're at this stage. So this part of the elevator pitch is likely to change from time to time as you progress with your change. But you want to kind of get into the, what's happening this month, this week, today. If it's a change that's taking a year, if it's a longer term change, then you might be talking about what's happening this month, next month, and in this quarter. And then finally, the last quadrant is what do we want from you? So this is going to be different for different people that you meet in that elevator, in that fictional elevator, and you want to be as specific as possible. So what you don't want to be doing is saying, what I want from you is some help or your support. Describe what that support looks like. So I want you to critique our current plan and let me know what's missing. I want you to talk to people that you know about why you think this is important. I want you to come to this meeting or join that conversation in order that your voice is heard. I want you to explore the implications for your team and your work. within the next week in order that we can get that data fed into our process. So that what I need from you or how you can be involved needs to be really nice and crisp. So that elevator pitch then ends up with what are we doing? Why are we doing it? What's happening now? And what do I need from you? Don't worry that needs to be a script, but do get it down in definitive terms, and then it becomes a kind of playbook that people across the leadership team or across the organisation can use to just be really clear about what it is that we're doing at the moment and why that change is really necessary. Thank you very much.